Welcome everybody, we're here to the Sports Talk Network and welcome here to the Extreme Rules quick review here as we go through see who shows up on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central. I think they'll probably do. We'll see. Earlier, let's run through this card. We had Andrade Cien with the sexy Zelina Vega getting the win over Sin Cara in the pre-show. So good. He's Andrade Cien getting a win here. Makes sense to do so. Probably a quick feud here with Sin Cara, but hey, might as well be his first feud since they are friends backstage. There you go. Also, in the other pre-show match, Sanity defeating the New Day in the tables match. So wait for that. It's pretty awesome there. Then we start off the show with the Raw Tag Team title match. Broken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt facing off against the B Team, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. And in our shocking turn of events, the B Team won. Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, winning gold. I think it's the first time Bo has won his first main roster championship. He was former NXT champion, which is the #1 championship in NXT, of course. Former NXT champion. Now one half of the Raw Tag Team champions. Curtis Axel, this is his second championship on the main roster. Former Intercontinental champion, like his father. It's perfect. So, they probably there. So, congratulations to them both becoming the Raw Tag Team champions. Like I said, this is a quick review. We'll more in depth on Thursday. So if you are watching live, thank you. Welcome to leave a like. And if you wanted to join, send me a message on Facebook or Twitter. And otherwise, but anyways, moving forward, Kurt Angle announcing Brock Lesnar must show up to Raw tomorrow night. Or, I think he meant and. I mean, he says, or agree to terms at his next title defense, or else he will be stripped of the title. I think it should have been show up to Raw tomorrow night. 2, then agree to some terms to his next title match with whoever it'll be, or else he would strip the title. Like, it is still 2 options. Showing up on Raw to agree to terms for his next title match being 1, you put in the 1, and then you have the second one, or else you'd be stripped of the championship. Now, we know he probably won't be stripped of the championship, probably. But how is it all going to play out? We'll certainly see, and that's the intrigue, right? It's a tease. Known in the business. 2 Monday Night Raw. Will Brock Lesnar show up? Will it just be Paul Heyman? Or how will everything unfold there on the road to SummerSlam? We also have, that was announced last Monday, of course, or this past Monday for Bayley and Sasha Banks, finding out the results of their therapy sessions and everything there on the Raw after. Not on the pre-show, not on the main card show, not on anything here through Extreme Rules. They weren't shown at all. Unless I missed it, I don't even see anything talked about them, really. I'm sure they were talking about the pre-show. But I usually don't watch the pre-show. I just watch the matches and wait for the matches to come up, and I have it then muted. So I was doing other things, too, during the pre-show. That's why I sometimes got bits and pieces of the pre-show matches, even in themselves. And I'll probably rewatch the whole thing tomorrow, not tonight. I had a long day, so probably tomorrow. But anyways... So Brock Lesnar will show up, will he strip the title, what's going to be going on tomorrow. But I like the entry. I like that being brought up as well, right? During the stuff, that bring it up about him, Brock Lesnar showing up at the UFC event and interacting with their champion. He's the Universal Champion, not doing anything there. So in reality and in WWE Universe, it being brought up on WWE television. So that was pretty cool indeed. Finn Balor going one-on-one with Baron Corbin, and Finn Balor gets the win with a roll-up on Constable Corbin. And the Constable. The Bludgeon Brothers, a team attack. Team held up backstage before their championship match. And might as well just talk about that. They retained their titles. I predicted Team Hell No to win to have a nice short little run with the championships. That was not the case. Bludgeon Brothers retain. I look forward to talking about all these matches actually with my team members on Thursday night. I'll see which ones do make it there. Moving right along, the SmackDown Live Women's Champion, the second beautiful Carmella, formerly Miss Money in the Bank, and Bella's Money is SmackDown Live Women's Champion, defeating Asuka. The only thing, at least as the match went on or as the match started, is I was kind of surprised that they were already having Ellsworth, who was up in the shark cage, already dropping things down to Carmella to use, and Asuka already intercepting them and this and that, and like that was at the start of the match and not, and someone continues on throughout the match and not at the end and being part of the finish whether Asuka winning or Carmella actually using it and winning in that heelish fashion. But in the end, the finish being Asuka being able to get her hands on Ellsworth, because Ellsworth being the Dumas Hazel he is, or his character is. Character is for WWE, being caught on the shark cage trying to leave and hanging out like a piñata and getting attacked by Asuka and Carmella and getting the win there. Running Asuka right into the shark cage, bam, and then 1, 2, 3, Carmella. Beautiful talent. Carmella successfully retaining her SmackDown Live Women's Championship. And Shinsuke Nakamura, though I did say on my own podcast and on the other podcast that I'm part of, talking WWJ, that I didn't think Asuka or Shinsuke Nakamura are going to be winning championships on the main roster. I just didn't think that was to be the case. Still the case for Asuka, not anymore for Shinsuke Nakamura. Already proven wrong just days later from Thursday's episode. On Thursday night, Shinsuke Nakamura winning in quick fashion. Truly a squash match. So maybe those rumors of Jeff Hardy needing time off, needing surgery, this and that, recuperating from injury, or whatever injuries those are, were true. Though he is going to get a rematch on SmackDown Live, and then probably go. Nakamura defeating Jeff Hardy, becoming the new United States champion. Then after the match, Randy Orton comes out to attack Jeff Hardy, not Shinsuke, but Jeff Hardy. Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman. Kevin Owens defeating Braun Strowman to win the steel cage match after Braun throws Kevin off the cage, and of course he's hitting the ground when it rolls over. So there you go. Bobby Lashley defeating Roman Reigns clean as always. So 1, 2, 3. I was surprised there. I thought it was going to be Roman Reigns all the way. Does this mean Bob is going to be the one to take the title off of Brock Lesnar? Will Brock Lesnar actually be stripped of the championship? Vacant will be the WWE Universal Champion. You know, that funny thing that, I don't know, maybe the Smark started a long time ago before I became a Smark myself. Smark, I mean. And then have a multi-superstar match at SummerSlam to crown a new WWE Universal Champion. That certainly would be interesting. If that was the case. Probably not. Brock probably would defend and lose. And you'll have him lose the championship without being pinned like he always does as champion he is. There you go, Alexa Bliss. That's sexy and awesome Alexa Bliss. Little Miss Bliss, my Chiquita over on Raw. Successfully defending her Raw Women's Championship. Now, something we learned while we're watching the show is Ronda Rousey will not be on Raw tomorrow night. Not because of any other reason, but because her suspension goes into Wednesday. It ends on Wednesday. Last time I checked, kayfabe-wise, obviously, kayfabe suspension, she was suspended there right on Raw, right during the show. Kurt Angle said, I have no other choice. I just suspended you a month ago, right? So you would think it would end exactly a month from that moment. So if you wanted to be funny about it, you could say she won't be able to show up at the start of the show, but an hour in she can or something, you know, if they really want to be weird about it. I know it'd be too specific, but I would actually like that kind of continuity. But it's like Wednesday. You can go with Wednesday if it actually was happening. If I know I'm thinking probably too much of this, but still, if she was suspended a month ago on Wednesday in a tweet by Kurt Angle saying he had no other choice to suspend her, or is that when things are official, like trades and stuff? They can be talked about and can be announced, and you know, journalists can say breaking news, this is happening, but it can't officially happen until league year starts or until this or that. Again, I'm thinking too much of something that is, scripted television entertainment, that you enjoy. But still, it's just my thoughts on it. But all good. We got Carmella and Alexa Bliss. That's a tag team I would like to see doing things beyond wrestling each other. But, the Alexa Bliss, Raw Women's Champion. Carmella, SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Hopefully this happens for a good long time. I guess it's a good thing I shaved my beard and stuff at the right time. AJ Styles defeats Rusev to retain the WWE title. Though we all thought that was going to be the case during the match, I actually thought there may be a glimpse of hope and chance that Rusev actually may win this thing. But no. Styles retains and he moves and right along in this case. And then at the end, in the main event, Dolph Ziggler defeating Seth Rollins to retain the Intercontinental Championship after he goes tied, after it has long, interesting match. Pretty good match, I would say. Best match of the night? I don't know. Maybe, but it was good. And we thought maybe we'd go into true extra innings, overtime, whatever kind of sports analogy jazz you want to call it. But it was just sudden death. Next Japan wins. McIntyre comes back out, distracting Seth. Seth hitting McIntyre with the knee. McIntyre then turn around, or not turning around, but hitting the zigzag 1, 2, 3. Dolph getting the win. So Dolph retaining the championship. Seth Rollins hopefully moving on. Maybe if we have this multi-superstar match at SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar being stripped of the championship on Monday, then maybe just maybe we could have Brock Lesnar losing the title, whether he's stripped or losing it, defending the championship at SummerSlam, or we have Seth Rollins in some other feuded match at SummerSlam with Triple H. We could have him maybe. I mean, it'd be awesome to have The Rock back, but I don't think we're gonna have The Rock in the match. You know how I am with nostalgia and loving having my 90s superstars from the Attitude Era. But I think for Seth Rollins, I think it would be best for business to have him in the Universal Championship match with the Raw brand, right? Because over on the SmackDown Live side, you have AJ Styles, who's a WWE champion, who just defeated Rusev in a really good match, right? But Rusev, who also didn't think he was going to be winning the championship, but was happy for Rusev Day to get the title opportunity. What's next for AJ Styles? And that'd be number one question for SmackDown Live, being his number one championship. So let's ponder this for you. And there's another thing I want to bring up just quickly here. On Thursday night, I will be discussing, and hopefully Kyron will make it, one of my team members and my co-hosts, smart son of a gun. Hopefully have him and Rashi Mikey and everybody else, Mark Rambo, the crew. Because I'm going to say why Asuka wasn't married by Carmella, or by WWE more so than Carmella. But by WWE, for the way that match went down, for the way her losing period, and everything there, I'll give my thoughts. And shout out to Blue X during his live stream. He even brought that up, I guess, even before I stopped in to say hi during his live stream during the pay-per-view event. But anyways, I wanted to say, ponder me this and riddle me this. We got Brock Lesnar, WWE Universal Champion. And if Brock Lesnar shows up to Monday Night Raw, but doesn't agree to terms for a championship match, and pretty much telling Kurt Angle and WWE to, you know what, storyline wise, of course, but telling you know what, that they can, you know what, then you could have out of the blue, out of nowhere, not Stephanie McMahon, no, not Stephanie McMahon coming out there, not even Constable Corbin, but Vincent Kennedy McMahon coming out there, because that is Vincent McMahon coming out there. People are thinking, especially casuals, that shit, stuff's getting real. Now, I know this probably won't happen, but this is me fantasy booking what will happen on Raw, like BCM and others do in their own booking. You have Vince McMahon coming out there now. You got Brock Lesnar. You know what? You have Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Stephanie McMahon already out there. And Brock is, saying he's not going to defend his championship. I'm here, kind of like a Marshawn Lynch kind of thing from Super Bowl years ago. I'm here so I don't get fined. Well, he's just showing up so he doesn't get stripped of the championship. But he's not agreeing to terms for an next title defense, or there's SummerSlam or otherwise. He's just not happening. He's just here so he doesn't get stripped of the title. But Vince McMahon finally comes out. She's going to go down. Stuff's going to go down. Sorry. Stuff is going to go down when Vince shows up, Mr. McMahon. And he comes out there. He's like, no. Are you going to agree to terms to have a championship match at SummerSlam, or are you not? Yes or no? No middle ground. What do you say? And then boom, 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 boom. And he says, no. And basically tells Vince, you can take this title and shove it. And Vince's like, well, then I'll just simply take the title. Hand it over. Like literally, I can just give me the title. You're being stripped. Get out of my ring. Poontang your ass out of here. Words of The Rock. Vince wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying that myself. So that would be my fantasy booking and how that segment would go down, whether it starts the show, which would you have it to start or finish? Now, it's a big main event. It's your number one championship for Raw. You would want it to end the show, but you also want to end the show with an actual wrestling match. So probably start the show because it's the biggest thing people will be talking about. Even more so of the Ziggler Rollins ending, Kevin Owens surviving Braun Strowman, B Team winning the Raw Tag Team titles, which is awesome. You know, for the number one thing going into Monday Night Raw is Brock Lesnar. Will he show up? Won't he show up? What's going on? We actually have a title match? All the other many questions I'm sure people are talking about on Twitter right as I speak. I'm sure of it. With their friends or I don't know. Either way, I'm sure it's been talked about right now. So that being the number one thing and being the unknown for Raw, which makes me think I want to do a live stream for Raw, but I probably won't. But I will be live tweeting as I always do for Raw and SmackDown Live and my reviews afterwards, henceforth. But ponder me this: if all that did happen, if that crazy overbooking, truly, that, and I'm being honest, there obviously was the way I was booking it, maybe a little bit overbooking. You have pretty much the whole McMahon family out there: Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, you have Kurt Angle there as well. That probably all won't happen. But what if it did? How awesome of a segment that would be if you had all of them and trying to make it as real, right? Blurring the lines of fiction and nonfiction there, right? Fantasy and reality, as much as they try to do that. And mostly the time they try to do that is with McMahon family storylines, right? When you have the McMahon family part of it, especially Mr. McMahon, Vincent K. McMahon, then, you know, things being blurred there, at least to me. Whether it's when I was a kid and believed everything was real, or now as a grown-ass man that hosts podcasts and have to do it for a living as a broadcaster, in a sense, broadcaster that knows a little bit more inside ins and outs of the business, behind the scenes. Either way, I certainly be entertained. I certainly be interested if my overbooking, fantasy booking happened in the Brock Lesnar situation and others. But let me know what you think of my crazy idea. If you're watching this live or otherwise, I apologize if you are watching live. I can't get to the chat. So welcome to say whatever you said in the chat in the comment section below when this is uploaded and, as I call it, archived to the channel. But yeah, you're welcome to tweet. Also, welcome to tweet me at WWE Podcast. Find me on Instagram and Snapchat at StevieK_06. Again, that is StevieK_06. You guys and gals know how I love the underscore with all my handles: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and other ones. But anyways, that's where you can find me there. So reach out to me on any of the social media platforms. Also, the Facebook fan page, Steve's Wrestling Ramble. I should promote that more. You're thinking I should also post there more. But I definitely am looking forward to the true review of Extreme Rules this Thursday with my team on Steve's Wrestling Ramble here on this channel. Hope you all had a great evening. Enjoyed the show. Hopefully. Maybe. But either way, I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Have fun, and above all else, as always, take care.